I mean, she's just the second she came into the academy, everyone's like, who this? Who this? Who is this amazing woman? So Randy, welcome. So happy you're here with us today for this session.
Hello. I'm glad I'm at home now, so I'm good. I'm safe. Not driving.
Love it. Love it. You made it safely home. Good.
Yes. All
Yes.
good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I'm
Well,
so
this is
excited to be here with everyone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Malia, little babes. I was like, oh man, I wish I was just holding a babe talking right now, just snuggling. My daughter's 5 and she's in kindergarten. She's at school right now. So just makes you miss the littles.
the snuggles. Yes. Okay. Well, let's dive right in, Randy. Let's talk
Yeah.
about your story. What took you to the point where you were exploring opening some, actually, we should tell the story too of how we met
All
because it's hilarious. But I want you to share with everyone, what got you to the point where you were looking for like and what I love too is like you didn't know it was going to be a VA business. You were just looking for that thing. And so what made you decide this is the pathway and lane that you wanted to go down? And you can tell the story of how we met too, because it ties
Okay.
into this.
So Bree and I, this is hilarious because Bree and I went to a breathwork session and I literally at one of my friends' houses and it was last minute. I had to find a sitter for Lanny and I get there and I had to go to the bathroom so bad and I walked into the bathroom and Bree forgot to lock the door. So I walked in on her washing her hands and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. She's like, oh my gosh, that's okay. But I love your jeans. Like, where did you get them? And so Bree and I are having like this full-blown conversation in the bathroom just giggling and laughing. And then we go into a 90-minute breathwork session. And after Brie walks over to me and she hands me her card, which I should have grabbed. I have it on my counter out there. And she handed me a card and we just chatted for a few minutes and then we left. And when I got home, I looked and I was like, VA, like, what is this? What is she doing? Right. So I did my due diligence for a little bit on kind of Googling Brie, what she's all about. I had a phone call with her and crazy enough, like it was something that just like hit me and landed with me because I do have severe ADHD. I can be like all over the map. And prior to that, I'm a teacher by trade, ladies. So I have my elementary ed degree with a math minor. So that's kind of my life. Yes, but I got out of the classroom after having some fertility struggles, to be honest. So I have 3 babies in heaven, one here on this earth, little Lanny, she's 5, and it's just been a journey for me. So, I got out of the classroom and I run my own e-commerce business. And so, like Bree said, I do have business experience. We run a youth hockey tournament. However, I needed that one thing, right? That was just solid for me. I was working in my e-commerce business by myself, as you guys heard me when I accepted the award. Like I was in it and I was working on it, and it just was so lonely, right? And so then, insurance? Is it insurance? Is it real estate? Like, what is it for my personality? And then when I met Bree and I researched this, I was like, this is it. This is my personality. I get to help. Like, that is my heart and soul is helping people. So I get to help not one person, but 2 people and do different things. And it just fit. And so when I had the call with Brie, I'm like, this just makes sense. And I knew, and I had been praying, like, I was like, God, like, what is it? Drop it in here. It's been years. I've written about it, but it hasn't happened, right? And so Brie and breathwork, the double B's just happened. And all of a sudden it was like I released and here I hit the ground running. And I actually called Brie before I even joined the academy and I said, oh my gosh, I already have my first client, and it was who we did breath work at her house, which is just like it all just kind of, sprinkles together. So that once I decided, I was like, Brie, I'm doing this. And I got into the academy, and honestly, it's embarrassing. You should see my screen. I think I made it not even 1%, and I don't even think it shows. But which leads me like into kind of what I was telling Brie about when we were on the phone was like, number one, I made the decision, right? I just believed like this is for me. This is what I want to do. I want to help others. It's an opportunity to help others in just such a larger way, right? And what and Brie, I can stop talking, but you guys like what really led me was like Brie's like get your portfolio done. And I like I wasn't expecting to like do outreach or like I haven't even posted yet on Facebook. I joke, I'm like nobody actually knows I'm doing this business, but because Bree posts this, yeah, like all this stuff online, people know I'm doing it. But because I just like that's just how it went. And so, which also leads me to what Bree and I talked about. You guys, like, I did not have it all figured out when I joined the Bala Academy. I did not. I didn't know what I was doing, but I'm like, I always joke with Bree, like, because she says her first class or whatever. I'm like, Bree, we're going private plane here. I'm like, I'm flying this private plane that I don't know necessarily what I'm doing, but I borrow Bree's confidence and no. And I'm like, okay, let's just do it. And I figure it out as I go. But the biggest thing was like having and leads me to a point into my three things was like I had some barriers, right? But Vala provided these barrier like an opportunity to break through these barriers for me.
I love it.
Bree, I guess
Yes.
I'll just keep talking, but I you can go first, so you can go
No,
next.
I love it. We're all putting on lipstick in the background too. 'Cause
Yeah, I
clearly,
know.
someone put the red lipstick memo out there. Some of us missed it.
I need some.
Oh,
Hey,
so
next
good.
one we everyone gets a little gift bag in the mail and then we can all put it on
Oh my
together.
gosh. Don't plant seeds because that's a great idea for VA Fest Live to put in the goodie bags.
There you go.
Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Visionary, Bree, visionary here.
Yes, I love it. Okay, this is amazing. So let's talk about, so you made the decision to become a virtual assistant. And what I was reflecting to Randy before our session, it was like, this is what I saw in you was you made three very specific moves that led to rapid booking of clients. What I saw was that number one, she decided, she didn't say, hey, I'm becoming, let me like do the research and watch 16,000 videos. You're like, bam, I'm a virtual assistant. Yo, what's up? Number two, she made her portfolio. She, as soon as she was in the academy, the very first, the same exact day, I remember because I had a brand shoot that day, and I was like, it was like your first day in the academy. I was driving home from the brand shoot, and you're like sending me your portfolio. And as soon as I pulled up to my daughter's pre-K, I'm like looking at your portfolio before I walk in the door. I'm like, yes, girl, yes. So
Mhm.
number two, she made her portfolio, which locked in the fact that she was a virtual assistant, and then she had something tangible. Because number three, what she did immediately was go have conversations. And
Mhm.
like, if we were to distill down virtual assistant success to those three things, you guys could all go build a multi-six business as a virtual assistant. So, can we talk about that, Randy? Just, around that of like your moves and mindset and
Yeah,
whatnot.
absolutely. So honestly, I think the biggest thing for me, I am an overthinker. So I'm sure all of us in here can be at some point, right? And so I had limiting beliefs that I actually had to break through, right? So what I had kind of done up to this point and what I put into action was like I had to decide like how do I operate best as a human? And Bree and I've had these conversations, so I'm very visual, right? So I need templates, I need things to plug and play. But I also understand and know that like I need it to work for me, right? So that was one of the biggest things is that Vala provided that template, right? For my now I'm blanking, what's it called? Um what did I create? Why am I blanking right now? It starts,
Portfolio.
thank you. I'm like, starts with a P. So, because you guys, like in my life, I've had barriers, right? And I'm like, I'm not a marketing person necessarily. I have the ideas, but like I don't necessarily know how to create those templates or the portfolio, right? So, like having those links and going through and clicking on it, I don't even think I finished the video. I just clicked on the link. I'm like, I know I need this. I know I need to figure this out. And then I just plugged my stuff in. So that was a breakthrough for a barrier for me that like Canva's scary to me. It is. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, but if I get in there, I can be in there for hours screwing things up, right? So I just followed Bree's template. I put it in, I got it done as quickly as possible, and I was like, doesn't have to be perfect, and I sent it off to Bree. And that was amazing. Somebody else's eyes to kind of tweak, which I was very thankful for. Also, I think like I had a lot of like external barriers that I broke through, like the fear of getting it wrong, the fear of it not being perfect or looking good enough, right? The fear of being judged. Um, I didn't know, like, is my husband gonna be like, are you crazy? What are you doing? Or like when I send this portfolio out to someone, are they gonna be like, who is this crazy person and why do they think that they can do that for me? Right? So all those kind of things. I realized that like I didn't need to be anybody else except myself, my genuine, authentic self. And I used to think success only looked one way when I looked at other people like, oh, look at Bree's doing this and that's amazing, or Jenna Kuchar, or like whoever, right? And you're just like, how the hell are they doing it? And then I just was like, you just have to do it. You just have to put one foot in front of the other, right? But the truth is, like, success grows fastest when you literally, I just saw someone say it, lean into who you actually are and what makes you tick in your business, and then have those conversations with people. Don't be anybody else. Everyone else is taken.
Yes, I love that. So how did in those conversations, because I do feel that is a hurdle, or it's like we all have that human fear of like being judged or what are people gonna think. And so it does feel so edgy to like go to someone, like even because we're like, go talk to people who have businesses, go talk to people who know people who have businesses. But like there's an edge to that. So how did you lead yourself through, or what was your mindset around like, I'm just going to reach out to this business owner or like have a conversation with them and mention my VA business, even as you're like, I don't even like, bye,
Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'll be honest, there were some I think Bree that I asked you about, right? Like for example, pricing. And I just said, what do I do on pricing? I'm just gonna throw it out there, right? And I threw it out there and then they said back to me like, hey, what are you going to do for this price? And then we just kind of went back and forth, right? And I want to provide just as much value as like they're giving me as well, right? And I want to make like I'm always like it has to be fair, it has to make sense. And so I didn't sell myself short, and that Brie helped me with that. I think believing in myself and knowing and understanding my value was big, right? And understanding your time. So when this human came back to me and said, well, what do you think? And I said, well, what works for you guys? Right? Like I could have sold myself short or put myself in a situation where maybe I wasn't pulling in as much as like what my value was worth. And that felt really good. Was it a hard conversation? It was because I'm normally like people pleasing, like, oh, sure, whatever you want me to do. You don't even have to pay me, all the things. But truthfully, I just am really deep down making sure that I provide the worth and value that, they are providing for me as well. So, um, another one, was just like, having conversation like, hey, look, I want to come on board. Like, I love what you're doing. I love your mission. Like, I'm coming on board. Okay. Does that work? And he's like, oh, well, yeah, I guess like I didn't think that was what the conversation was about, but sure, let's do this. Right. So I was confident enough to know that it aligned with me. And if it worked for them, it worked for me. Right. Does that, yes, assumptive. So exactly. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm doing this. Like, this is an opportunity that God just provided for me today. And he wants me to say yes to it. So I still don't have it all figured out, but I just am literally piloting the plane as I go. Um, what do I do that is worth that much, right?
Yes. So can
And
you break down what a 15K a month offer looks like in your business?
oh gosh. Yeah. So I do have an agency, right? So I have a contractor underneath me who's helping with socials and things like that. But basically I am knee deep as the COO visionary in this company. And I am helping them for anything from like getting kits for like the Special Olympics, USA Games this summer, to getting sponsorships, to fundraising, to helping organize. I was at a bowling event the other day, all day, taking pictures and videos. And I'm just literally in the business doing all the things. And so, like, the value that I see providing to them is like they were going to hire a couple other different people, but instead I said, hey, hire my team. We'll come alongside you. We'll do whatever it takes to help you guys see and feel and grow the way that you want to grow. So we're also coming together and we're helping them because a specific organization has like 10 area programs, but they all run separate. So we're piloting a couple programs, doing their social, doing their things, hoping that the other ones see and catch on, right? So we're just going in and we're like, we'll do whatever. We're open to whatever you need us to do. But we saved them also like a lot of money, but probably a lot of time too, because I'm organizing my team um, and showing them what we can do within our ecosystem organization and really just, yeah, providing just I don't know, you've got ladies, like I'm sure you probably think about like your brain. You're providing your brain for them to help them just even track everything. Huh, Nicole. Yeah, great question. Is that why you're like, Randy, you're a crazy person? Um, well, so I posted in Vala that I do need someone to come on with me 5 days or 5 hours a week. For some organizational stuff. So yeah, I because I do have other clients, so I have more than these two. So it is busy. Yes, please apply if you guys want to come alongside me. You can co-pilot with me here. But I sometimes burn the candle at both ends, but as we've talked about, I also have really been trying to dial it in on time and what it takes and just build that ecosystem and team that I need to scale. And what's funny is that I do my best work when I'm literally driving on the interstate in North Dakota and no one's in the car with me and I'm just driving and like I need to go away to places like that or like somewhere where I can just think and then it all kind of flows. But I do need that human alongside me because it is getting super busy. But yeah, that's kind of, I don't know, does that answer the question? Like what that value is bringing when you really just dive in with them? One little secret I'll give you is I took a class, I actually have to take the board certification for my health and wellness certification on Monday. But we learned, and you guys will see in my freebie, about the trans theoretical model of change. And thanks, Christy. What that is everything that I do is very client centered. I don't tell my clients what to do. And so I learned that, and I think that is like a really big piece to really showing your value for your clients, right? Hearing them, listening to them, understanding what is it that they need from you, and then being able to go and execute that, I think, and show them that their voice is being heard, right? And then asking them like, "Hey, can I give you a suggestion?" or things like that, I think is a big part to my client success and like being able to retain and show them, what works, if that makes any sense. But
Okay, one other question around this. I think this is an important conversation too, is obviously for a business to be able to afford and approve and move forward with a 15K a month contract, that's not your average. Because this is something for you guys too, is like if you're reaching out and pitching, online entrepreneurs who just made their first six figures, they're not going to be making those moves. And so I think that's also a very strategic and important part of what you did, Randy, was cultivated conversations and relationships with larger companies who would be able to move forward with bigger contracts.
in that one, ladies, once again, I that one I was not expecting. That one I was actually having a meeting with my other client and them, and I was trying to connect them to collaborate together. And then that night, she messaged me and was like, "Hey, can we contract you to come on and help us?" So once again, like kind of being assumptive, but not like I didn't expect it, but it was just one of those things that kind of transpired. So I think a big thing, you have to put yourself in those positions, and have those conversations. Maybe, yeah, going in as like, hey, I'm getting this, like this is happening, right? And just being confident. But yeah, so that's kind of in a nutshell, I guess. Don't sell yourself short because you are worth so much and you are worth so much to them, um, and can do so much. So have the belief.
Yes, so good. So good. This is amazing. Okay, if anyone else has any questions for
Yeah,
Randy,
please.
definitely drop them in the chat. And if you, Randy, were to just trust your intuitive nudge, what's coming through that you want to share with the woman right now?
I love this. Let's take some. No.
Some breath work. Who wants to do breath
Um, one big
work?
thing that I do want to tell you guys because like you all can do this. I see it in Vala. I see it like you guys give me the courage. So I'm just gonna mirror back to you guys that it's you too, right? And a lot of times what we see in others is actually in, here's the teacher thing, ourselves, right? And so I really think that try to embody that. What we see in Brie, and she gives us all the energy, right? Like what you see in her, it's like, oh my gosh, like that's in me too, right? And that's us as humans. And one other thing that's dropping in is like, I get imposter syndrome. I do. Like, why am I worthy of this? Or like, why would they choose me? Or why do I get this opportunity? But to be honest, I think in the past, I let it just hold me down. I let it affect me. The difference is now is like I don't let those thoughts because those thoughts become beliefs, right? I don't let it make decisions for me anymore. I built a business like based on how I operate best. And when you stop fighting against that, like fighting yourself, right? I think everything just moves so much faster. So that's kind of dropping in. And yeah, just really look in the mirror, like look at that reflection that everybody else is, you're getting, right? From that human and be like, ah, this is me. I can do this. So trust that, trust yourself, trust. And
Yeah.
if you do have those, like our thoughts, right, become our beliefs. If you have these thoughts over and over and over again, you're going to start to believe them. So you don't have to believe those thoughts. So just send them on their way.
Yes, you get to choose.
Were there any other questions? I feel like I.
I think we got them all. We can do. Are you guys ready for the giveaway?
Oh,
Drop
yeah.
giveaway in the chat if you are claiming it. Randy has put together something absolutely amazing for you. Yes, let's go. Okay, let me get it pulled up. There we go. Okay, so Randy is giving away the Soulful Impact Starter Kit. And this is where you're going to have a 30-minute one-to-one session with her and she's going to give you clarity. She's going to mastermind your entire business with you, your messaging, your strategy, your client getting, but from the lens of a true soul aligned business so that your business and your work feels like art. And she has an entire framework and methodology around this too that she's going to take you through her signature process. Because a side note about if you haven't picked up, Randy is a multi-passionate entrepreneur. And so she has this. And she's also working on an academy, a coaching academy to help business owners create soul aligned businesses. So you get to experience and taste her magic in this session. Isn't that amazing?
Let's do
Okay.
this.
So I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna look away and pick the winner, who is Becca. Congratulations,
Oh, hey,
Becca. Yay.
Becca.
So Becca, we will email you today and connect you with Randy, and you guys can get synced up on getting your special session. Yay.
Yay. Okay, Becca,
So
I can't see you.
exciting.
I was trying to, no worries, but yay, I can't wait.
Yay.
One other quick, Cora had asked me, Bree, did you have a team before you started Vala? No, I did not. I did not have a team. So, uh, once again, just figuring it out as I go.
Yes, amazing. Okay, Becca, I'm messaging you to get your email address. Yeah, no, I think that's one thing too, Randy, is like you're the type of person that just goes big because that's who you are. And so you're like, why would I have $500 month packages when I can have 15K month
Yeah.
packages? Or I mean, not even about the dollar amount though, right? Like you just go big. And so you knew that you couldn't do this all alone. I mean, I would say almost as soon as you had booked your first client, you were bringing on team and having the team conversations.
Yeah, and I think like you guys, if you probably figured me out by now, but like I actually somebody joked with me. They're like, "Randy, you're not going to have any money left because I'm the one that wants to help everyone. So like I want to bring on the team because I honestly why I want to go big is because I want to go big for everyone else too. I want to bring on a team that I can help them build legacy for their family and make a difference in their lives and just that's really truly like where my heart's at with this and where this all comes from. Because once again, I don't like, not by myself, right? I want to take the whole world with me and we're all coming just like Bree. We're all going and we're all going big, right? Because it is it is alignment and it is real. And once you start believing it, then it's just, I don't know, fireworks Bree or what?
Yeah,
Disco balls maybe
absolutely.
for you. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah. I mean, what comes through, I think, is it feels easy because you're in
Yeah.
flow and not like, we
Yep.
talked about this, like you're gonna go through the roller coaster and it's not always easy,
Oh yeah,
but
no.
I've always said like it feels like purpose, not like work. Like I could work 10 hours a day and I'm like, I was just doing cartwheels in the yard with my kids. Like it's the same feeling. Like I love it so much.
Yeah. And I mean, even so much that like I do have to like being a mom is my number one, right?
Yeah.
But I do have to remind myself because I do love it so much that I'm like, okay, I have to go play with Lanny. We got to go to hockey, gymnastics, all the things. But even
Mhm.
in school, I'm like, gosh, I got to pop in. I got to see what people are doing. And um, yeah, it when things just feel aligned, those barriers like aren't there and everything is figure outable. And I
Mhm.
would say that's one God-given like thing I am embracing with my ADHD is that I just solve problems. I try. I try to figure it out. Everything, you can figure everything out, right? So,
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, so
oh,
good. Well,
lady,
thank you,
it's
Randy. This has been
amazing.
amazing.